Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you coming back, checking out another edition of A.K.A.'s What This Finna Be About. It's your host with the most, Nelson. And so, real quick, just give a quick disclaimer before I go any further into this video. Because you can probably tell by the title of this video, it's going to be uh very interesting. Which is, just because you're promiscuous does not mean you should be robbed of your humanity. And the reason why I want to title this particular video that is because this has been a thought that I've been, or let me not say specifically a thought necessarily, but there's been a certain interesting conversation that's been had over the years that I've started to notice that a lot of people don't really find a coherent conclusion from this discussion. It feels like we're just keep going in circles and circles, even though reasonably enough it's a very simple matter that has complicated, what would you say, consequences to it. And I think ultimately, y'all, it's a conversation we're going to have to probably going to have time and time and time again. And it's probably going to start just getting tiresome at one point, if it's not already tiresome at this point, because again, you would think we should have already reached a sounding conclusion. But the reason we keep having it is because motherfuckers just want to, for lack of a better term I can use or phrase, there are motherfuckers who want to have their cake and they want to eat it too. And it's not going to work like that. Maybe in a fantasy setting, it can work that way, but in reality, that's not the case. Oh, real quick, y'all can see I got a bottle of water. Stay hydrated, y'all. And I'm not going to show the label because, this is not a sponsorship or anything like that. So I don't want anything that I say that's going to be like, oh, he don't represent us. All right, so look, got a bottle of water. I'm stay hydrated. I'm not going to show you the label. All right. Put that right there. And keep it in the camera, so mind y'all, please stay hydrated. But on top of that, stay focused. In the terms of the subject matter we're going to discuss today, in terms of being promiscuous, first and foremost, let me say this for anyone, period, regardless of wherever you're coming from, regardless of your circumstances in life, let me say this. I understand that, of course, your values and your beliefs, obviously, ooh, excuse me, y'all, fucking wasp got in my face. Okay. And he almost made me. But some bit made me lose my train of thought for a second. But staying focused, y'all. About being I probably say pessimistic. Excuse me. Actually, that is something we're probably gonna cover somewhere down the road. But let's stay focused on being promiscuous. Now, here's the thing. Again, of course, your values, your beliefs, and what have you are going to contribute to how you carry yourself in life or how you perceive other people should carry themselves in life. And the thing is this. Again, I have nothing. There's nothing. I have nothing wrong, or I don't think there's nothing. I have nothing against people who, of course, their perceptions are going to be different from mine. That's perfectly fine. The problem I do have is when you place unrealistic expectations on people that make no sense or are not grounded within the reality that we exist in. That's my thing. For instance, like people who want to go through a whole phase. The thing is this: I'm perfectly fine if you want to go. Try to make sure that last one will come back and fuck with me. I'm perfectly fine if you want to subject yourself to a whole phase because that's ultimately your choice. Now, don't get it twisted. I'm not saying that I am encouraging people to sleep around with anyone and open their legs to anybody who just come across them. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that ultimately it's up to you to decide how you determine your sex life or how do you maintain your sex life in a healthy manner or not. That's ultimately up to you. And I'm not going to take away your autonomy, your ability to make that choice. However, the thing is this: if you do carry yourself in that light, my thing is, at the end of the day, you're still a human being. So just because, again, you move a certain way that maybe I don't subscribe to, should not take away my capacity not to want to still understand you or approach you as a rational human being. And in fact, y'all, the reason why this even came up to my mind was I was looking at Twitter because, like I said, I'm trying to get back into these things, and Twitter is a particular social media network that it's better at times to really observe it rather than to participate within it. So that's generally what that's the way I personally approach it. But because putting these videos out, put them out for other people to see, I'm trying to utilize it better. But what's interesting, y'all, is just a few days ago I had got a notification on my phone that showed someone was following me on my Twitter, which I'll put in the description box for y'all to go check it out if you want to, or in the description box. Either way it goes. And I was like, that's very interesting. Because I don't have that many followers on there. And again, like I said, I've only started this up a few days ago. And I was like, okay, let me check this person out, who followed me. And I won't say their name. I won't get their handle out. Because you never know they are watching this video. If you're watching this video, thank you for the follow. But the reason why they stuck out to me in regards to the subject matter of being promiscuous, and just so we all understand this, is that obviously people's accounts on any particular network or any particular social media or any construct on the internet can be false. It may not be true to the person. Like they can show pictures, right? But it may not necessarily be them, or it might be them. But like I said, it might be showing, certain things that might garner a certain bit of attention that some people may care for, may not care for. So I was looking through the account, and I'm like, it's very interesting. Now I'm not gonna say specifically what was on their account. I'm just going to say you could consider it. If I'm saying this right, it would be NSFW. If I'm saying that right. For those who don't know what that means not safe for work. Yeah, I think I'm saying that right. And if you're wondering how I know that, hey, I'm just gonna leave it at that. But anyhow, I was looking through the account, looking at what they posted, what they liked and whatnot. I'm just thinking to myself like, this is very weird because it also could be a bot. That's another thing to consider. It could be a bot, but let's give this person or let's give this individual who followed me the benefit of doubt because since then they haven't messaged me or anything like that. So that's why I'm thinking it may not be a bot. But again, you never know. But let's just give this individual a benefit of doubt. Like I said, they might be watching this video. So again, hi to you. But I was looking through the account and I was just thinking to myself, this is very odd that someone with this account would follow me. I just found it very odd. But then, that's what I also took away when I was really letting it sit back and thinking in my head was, you know what? Maybe I need to check myself real quick because yes, the content that let's say I want to provide out there for you guys, it's not going to be everyone's taste buds, and it probably shouldn't have to be everyone's. Even despite the way I may approach it is like, oh, everyone should be able to take something from it, and maybe not everyone does. But I guess what I'm trying to get at is that because of my perception, looking at that particular individual and what they put on their account to be publicly seen, I'm thinking to myself that because someone who let's say carries themselves in this particular light probably wouldn't follow someone like me or say watch my content. But that's the revelation that I got from it is that it's not impossible. Just because, again, some of y'all might be very I don't know why I keep wanting to say pessimistic when I'm trying to say promiscuous. Y'all tell me in the comment section if y'all will, or you can get on my Twitter and just let me know. For some reason, does pessimistic and promiscuous sound about the same? For some reason, I don't know. I'm tripping my words on that for some reason. Anyhow, to get to the more point of this particular video in regards to, again, just because you are just because you are promiscuous does not mean you should lose your humanity. Meaning, just because I may look at my content as, let's say, for lack of a better word, let's say galaxy brain content. And if you're not portraying yourself in a way that would suggest to me that you're galaxy brain, then I may not be as willing to engage you as I should. And that's something I realize, y'all. Because a lot of us can look at people and say, oh, because he or she or they, no, shouts to my fault, shouts to my toaster strudels out here. That's how I, that's why I'm going to refer to y'all, for those who don't want to be called a woman or a man. I'm calling you my toaster strudels. So for my toaster strudels out here, because y'all come in a variety of packs, flavors and whatnot. So shouts to my toaster strudels. Again, even if you do not hold the same values or you don't carry yourself about life that I do, that shouldn't discourage me from still wanting to have these kinds of conversations, to still want to have a better understanding. Because, like I said, you might perceive certain things that, hey, I may not perceive. I may perceive certain things that you may not perceive. But if I allow my perception to discourage me from really going there with you, then again, I'm doing a disservice to myself and I'm doing a disservice to you to not give you that fair chance or give you a fair shot, so to speak. And I'm pretty sure all of us have been in a situation like that before. Smooth that shell, see it. I'm pretty sure we all been there. Where and it's not even necessarily being with someone who's promiscuous. It could really be anything. But for like women, I understand that look. And ladies, anyone, if you can answer this particular question, I'll post this to y'all. If there's ever been a time that someone has tried to portray you in a certain light, let's say in a promiscuous light, have you ever wondered why that be the case? Because here's the thing, it's not as if, anyone is impervious to rumors. Anyone can have rumors, made up of them. Even me, even you, anyone else in the world. I'm going to sound like a car coming. That's just one, y'all. But that's the question I want to pose to y'all. And of course, my fellas out there, y'all can answer that question too, but that's more so for my ladies. Because here's the thing, if you look at like, I ain't say old school movies, but if you look at movies, certain movies, or certain, I want to say, I'm thinking of a certain genre, I can't click it in the back of my head. But there's certain genres of movies where obviously you have high school or even middle school where the girls start rumors about, oh, Becky, she a hoe, she a slut, she be sucking and it's not true, or they don't have factual evidence to back it up. But here's the thing, if you look at just again how advertisement has worked its way over the years with how sex sells, then the thing is, you understand why at this point in time there are people out here that, especially at a young age, whether I'm a neighbor, you can understand that at this age, or as you're getting into your puberty, your hormones are starting up. You can understand the pressure of having sexual relations already upon you. And not just the pressure in terms of outside of you, the pressure that's within inside of you, especially for young men. Because again, that biological clock for women is ticking. For men, our motor is starting to run. We want to go, get some pump action in. And the thing is this, if the possibility there's a young lady out there who is again putting herself out there, the thing is this, there are going to be more young men out there that, yeah, they can put up a front, but they're probably going to kind of look at it and be like, do I have a chance? Because again, you have that need to want to what's the word? You want to essentially get it in. I'll say that. But again, what I think the fear becomes is that you don't want rumors like that. Let's say even if they're true, you don't want the rumors like that, or let's say the perception, better yet. You don't want the perception of you to manifest like that where people are starting to approach you as an object. Like even for people who are, and please excuse my ignorance on this point, y'all. Like people who might be into B BTS. Excuse me, y'all, because I know I'm gonna say it wrong. But let's say hardcore shit, right? Like bonding and pet play and what have you, right? Because I don't want to show my ignorance on. First of all, I'll be ignorant to something, y'all. So please excuse me on that, and y'all by all means can educate me on that. I can't recall because I BS something, but essentially like somewhat hardcore shit. And please excuse me as Winston starting to pick up on probably on the audio. But anyhow, stay focused on what I'm trying to say, y'all, is this. Just because, again, you carry yourself in a certain fashion should not take away, again, your humanity, how you should be approached as a normal human being. Because, again, just because, let's say, you fuck a lot, just because you sucked some dick in your life, just because you ate some pussy, or you took one for the team at times, just because that is the case, that should not that should not ever take away from you still being a mother, being a father, being a brother, of being a part of society, or being a part of just humanity. That should never be taken away from you at all, for the most part. Like I'll give y'all a quick example, and then I'm gonna go because I've probably gone long enough. But let me give you an example to kind of like tie all this together. It's like say if let's say if one of my favorite porn actors, or excuse me, adult actresses, happen to, let's say, come across her, let's say if I'm going shopping, let's say at the grocery store, right? Whatever, excuse me, excuse me, for whatever reason, right? And I recognize her, and I know what she's done. I've seen her work. Now here's the thing: I have a choice to approach her, right? Now here's the thing: just because, again, I don't know why it sounds like there's a car coming around. It's just the wind. Gotta keep looking. Anyhow, stay focused. Let's say, again, I see her, and this is my opportunity to, approach her and whatnot, right? And again, I've seen what she's done. I know what she's capable of, right? And let's say I've been watching her for years and years and years and years, right? So here's the thing. I had to decide in my mind how to appropriately approach her. Because the thing is it inappropriate for me to approach her in a way that's like, no, you like, say, you just approach her, you smack that ass and say, yeah, you want to go in the back of some more dick? Like, what the fuck? Like, who, think about this, who in their right minds would ever approach someone like that out of the blue like that? What the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, again, I can understand, and because fellas, tell the truth. Fellas, tell the truth. Don't lie. Don't lie. Tell the truth. Somewhere deep down, if you were able to not even contact necessarily, but if you were able to physically meet one of your absolute favorite adult actresses or even actor, let's go there too, even actor, don't act as if there's not a low key chance in your mind. You're low key thinking, you know what? Could I possibly finesse this scenario to get him in the bedroom? Don't lie. That is not a thought that's not going to come across your mind. And I'm not saying you shouldn't have that thought necessarily. Because again, it's a thought. Unless you act upon it, it's a thought. But at the end of the day, again, don't approach them in a way that again is taking away their humanity. Because again, even some of these actors or actresses, they are still, again, mothers, daughters, uh, even possibly grandmothers. Somebody out there that still lives a normal life. Just because you see them on the screen with a dick in their hand and their asshole blown out, just because you see that does not mean you should not still have the courtesy to address them with reverence and respect. Just like you would want someone to do for you. I don't think that's too outlandish to be said. But I'll leave it at that. And I actually want to post another question for the most part for y'all if y'all made it to the end of this video. I want to post to y'all real quick. Is do you think Well, you know, no. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give this question a particular better thought. I'm probably gonna post it in the comment section down below. Like I said, any question that I've asked at this point, I'll probably put it in the comment section below, so y'all can go check it out and what have you. But I probably need to sit back and think about this one a little longer. But overall, again, thank you for coming back to the channel. Thank you for checking out the video. If you liked it, please put a like. If you didn't like it, put a dislike on there. Tell me why you dislike it or you liked it. You know, if you want to share it, share it. And again, if you want to reach me on Twitter, I'm gonna put it in the description box and or in the comment section. Get one swig of water. All right, let me get the fuck out of here before these wasps act up on my ass. And I'll catch y'all later. Peace. Damn, 20 minutes? Nah, fuck it. I'll put it up there.